It's a bunch of amazing artists and convention patrons versus themselves in random pop culture trivia on this very special on-location episode of the show recorded at DesignerCon 2016. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be? Happy Thanksgiving week from the Trivia with Buds podcast headquarters. That's right, I'm sitting in my home office right now, which is usually taken over from LuLaRoe & More, my wife's clothing business, with my mother-in-law, and they organized it real good. So I'm able to squeeze in here and record a quick intro, outro to this very special Thanksgiving episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I put out this show every single Tuesday, new episodes. Subscribe to get those, like the one you're listening to right now. And you'll hear two friends usually go head-to-head in fun topics. Like I had Jim O'Hare from Parks and Recreation on episode 5 doing some sitcom trivia against his cousin Matt O'Hare in Johnny Cash trivia. That was a fun episode. I had my good friends Mike Bobbitt and Allison Hood, who recently got engaged. Congratulations to the fun couple of Bobbitt and Hood. They got engaged at Disneyland, and I know they listen, so congratulations, guys. They were on an episode where they did Bob's Burgers trivia and John Hughes Films trivia. So if you like stuff like that, go back and listen to those episodes. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. So I don't have friends going head-to-head, but what I do have is a trip to DCon. That's right, DesignerCon 2016. It was at the Pasadena Convention Center in Pasadena, California. It was my first time attending the convention, and I applied for a press pass and actually got one with my trivia website. So it turned out really good, and I went on Saturday and for like an hour on Sunday because I was in the area and talked to a lot of fun people. You will hear me asking random patrons and a ton of artists that had booths and tables set up at the convention some very fun pop culture trivia questions on stuff like Back to the Future or wrestling or The Simpsons or Johnny Depp. So a little bit of everything on today's episode and a lot of fun stories and weird art styles and things you'll hear from these very cool people at DesignerCon 2016. Now, I know that it's a very fun event to see visually, and it's kind of weird to talk to artists on a podcast where you can't see their work. So if you want to see any of the people I talk to and what they do for a living or a side project, check out the show notes below in the full description of this episode. You'll see links to everyone I talked to, and I will try and link to the stuff that they either gave me for free or I bought from them. So check the show notes, especially on this episode. And you can also get all the questions that I asked people and some that I may have omitted from the podcast. You can see all those questions that I prepared for DCon in the description to this episode. So if you are a brand new listener, this is not usually how the podcast goes, but I'm so glad you checked it out. And we're going to be doing some Thanksgiving facts. That's what I wanted to do today. I am going to read you an article I found from 2014 that has 9 things you didn't know about Thanksgiving. So we're going to talk about those things really quick, and I'll give some quick thoughts on those. Then I wanted to talk about some Thanksgiving movies because there's not too many from what I can tell from a quick search, and then we'll get into the meat of the podcast, talking to people at DCon. Then we'll do a listener quiz at the end of the episode like we do every week, and there'll be a fun prize. So listen for that at the very end, and share this episode with a friend. If you are driving somewhere around for the holidays this week, maybe you're going to visit your in-laws in some weird cabin somewhere, maybe throw this on the radio to break up the time and the drive going to see the family. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going down to San Diego to see my in-laws, going to Aunt Kim's house. We're going to have some turkey and some stuffing with apples in it, which is what my wife makes. It's very, very good. And we are actually staying at a hotel, I believe, in San Diego area on Thanksgiving night. And this Saturday, I'm doing a very special event that I would love for you to come to. It's called Harry Potter Trivia. Harry Potter Arts and Crafts show all day long at GEEKY TEAS, which is a really fun place where you can adopt a cat and play board games and drink tea in Burbank, California. It's on Magnolia. Search GEEKY TEAS, T-E-A-S, and you can see all the details for the big Harry Potter Arts and Crafts show. I'll be doing trivia from 7 to 9 p.m. It's totally free, and you can win all kinds of Harry Potter stuff, including stuff from Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. So check that out, Harry Potter Trivia, this Saturday night in Burbank, California. It's on my website, ryanbuds.com, and triviawithbuds.com if you want some more details. Here's some quick facts about Thanksgiving, according to an article from CNN in 2014. Here's some fun stuff I found. Number 1, a tradition is born. TV dinners have Thanksgiving to thank. In 1953, someone at Swanson misjudged the number of frozen turkeys it would sell at Thanksgiving by 26 tons. Some industrious soul came up with a brilliant plan. Why not slice up the meat and repackage with some trimmings on the side? Thus, the first TV dinner was born. I did not know that. That's kind of interesting. I ate a lot of TV dinners as a kid, and I don't think it was because my mom wasn't a good cook. She just always bought stuff like that. She always bought really quick, easy to make stuff and a lot of snack food. All my cousins would come over when I was a kid, and they'd be like, they just loved to gorge themselves on stuff like Oreos and Chips Ahoy, and she was always buying all the name brand stuff and never like generic stuff or low fat or light stuff. It was always like, no, we're going to eat crap, and we're going to get the best crap that you can eat. So I ate a lot of, I was just thinking about it the other day, I ate a lot of frozen breakfasts where it was like 2 pieces of French toast that were way more yellow than they should have been, and sausage links, and it would be like literally $1.20 to buy it. I remember put them in the cart in the 90s, and a lot of frozen dinners. So that is what we owe them to. Someone screwing up over at Swanson. Thanks, Swanson. Here's your second fact. Going shopping. Not if you're a plumber. Black Friday is the busiest day of the year for plumbers, according to Roto-Rooter, the nation's largest plumbing service. After all, someone has to clean up after household guests who overwhelm the system. That is code for take massive shits. So I guess when you have family over for the holidays, shit taking and toilet clogging is the biggest on Black Friday for plumbers. Very interesting. I would never guess that in a million years. But now that I know that, I will try and hold it in at Aunt Kim's. Number 3, this land is my land. There are 4 places in the United States named Turkey. Louisiana's Turkey Creek is the most populous with a whopping 435 residents. There's also Turkey, Texas, Turkey, North Carolina, and Turkey Creek, Arizona. Oh, let's not forget the 2 townships in Pennsylvania, the creatively named Upper Turkey Foot and Lower Turkey Foot. I don't know if those are creatively named, and you should not put an exclamation point at the end of that little phrase. Come on. This article, CNN. They think they're real jokesters over there in 2014. Number 4, leaving a legacy. When Abe Lincoln declared Thanksgiving a national holiday, it was thanks to tireless efforts of a magazine editor named Sarah Josepha Hale. Her other claim to fame, she also wrote the nursery rhyme Mary Had a Little Lamb. Interesting. Lambs, turkeys, more farm animals that have things in common. Leaving a legacy. Abe Lincoln declared Thanksgiving a national holiday. Number 5, gobble, gobble, not so fast. Only male turkeys called Tom's gobble. Females called hens cackle. I know a couple of cackling hens. They come to a lot of trivia nights, and they may be listening to this podcast right now. You know who you are. Number 6, Ben's bird. If Ben Franklin had it his way, the turkey would be our national bird. An eagle, he wrote in a letter to his daughter, had bad moral character. A turkey, on the other hand, was much more acceptable and respectable in the bird world. Well, Ben Franklin, I know you know about keys and electricity and all that bullshit, but you do not know about eagles, man. I have so many t-shirts with eagles on them because I'm a real American. Number 7, born in the USA. Thanksgiving is not just an American holiday. Canadians celebrate it too, except they do it the second Monday in October. Come on, Canada. Kick it up a notch. Let's get on the same page with Thanksgiving. And don't blow your load too early in October. That's what I have to say to you Canucks. Number 8, don't blame the bird. You stuffed yourself and now you're feeling sleepy, very sleepy, but it ain't the tryptophan in the turkey. In fact, chickens have more tryptophan than turkey. You're groggy because you overate, and digesting all that grub takes a lot of energy. Don't tell me what to do, CNN. You sons of bitches. I'll eat whatever I want. Number 9, talking turkey. Why is it called a turkey? Oh boy, this will take some explaining. Back in the day, the Europeans took a liking to the guinea fowls imported to the continent. Since the birds were imported by Turkish merchants, the English called them turkeys. Later, when the Spaniards came to America, they found a bird that tasted like guinea fowls. When they were sent to Europe, the English called these birds turkeys as well. I think that was a lot of over-explaining, to tell you the truth, and not much of a fact. Also, I think it's fun to say the word Spaniards, but it feels like you shouldn't be able to say that. Is anybody on board with that? Spaniards? Doesn't that sound like a slur of some kind? I'm going to continue to not say it because I don't say it too often, but that was in the article from CNN. So I guess it's acceptable if you like CNN. So that's a weird article I found and wanted to share with you. And I did a quick search of Thanksgiving movies. Here's the only ones that come up. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, 1987. I think that's one of the most famous ones. Pieces of April. That's the movie with Katie Holmes, where she has red hair and a bunch of Polaroids on the cover. 2003, Pieces of April. A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Yeah, no shit, 1973. Home for the Holidays. I think I saw that, maybe. 1995. Son-in-Law, which I think is the best Pauly Shore movie. I'm going to have to go out on a limb and say that that's the one. 1993. What's Cookin' from 2000. And I don't know who's in that. Pam Anderson, it looks like. I can't tell from the picture. An Old-Fashioned Thanksgiving. That sounds like a Hallmark movie. 2008. National Lampoon's Thanksgiving. No, it's National Lampoon's Holiday Reunion. And it's got Bryan Cranston and Judge Reinhold, which sounds like a hoot and a holler. 2003. That's got to be terrible. He has a mullet, Bryan Cranston. And Dutch. That's a pretty fun movie where the guy goes to pick up his girlfriend's kid, I believe. I don't think it's his kid. Ed O'Neill, 1991. And then Freebirds, which is from 2013. Came out November 1st that year, and it's about an animated couple of turkeys trying to get away from, I think, getting cooked for Thanksgiving dinner. So check out one of those this holiday season. I would recommend Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, because that's probably the best of all those. Okay, so we did some fun intro stuff, and without any further ado, here's me talking to some fun people at DesignerCon 2016 in Pasadena, California. Listen to this, and here we go. Hey, it's your pal Ryan Buds and the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm on location today walking around DesignerCon 2016. Now, I've never been to this event before. I'm not a big con guy. I went to the LA Comic-Con for the first time this past year, and now I'm walking around DesignerCon at the Pasadena Convention Center in Pasadena, California. That's where the show Big Bang Theory takes place for all you real sitcom nerds out there. And I am seeing some amazing stuff. I am seeing custom toys. I am seeing lots of custom art pieces, lots of mashups between two things like Calvin and Hobbes and Harry Potter, for example. I'm seeing a lot of bootleg figures. A lot of people like to make these crazy custom bootleg figures of different properties, and I think that's kind of fun. And then there's people just selling stuff like the Ecto-1 toy from back in the 80s and 90s, or like old Michael Myers doll that you pull a string and it like makes the noise, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I know that this is a podcast and you can't see very much of what I'm talking about, but I'll do my best to describe it. And we're going to talk to some artists, some patrons, some fans of art in general that are here today and see how much they know about some random pop culture trivia for the podcast. So let's go start by talking to Tracey Tubera, which is a guy who's married to my boss, Teresa Tubera, on Nickelodeon's Crash Leads. Tracy's an amazing artist. He does posters for Fandango, and he just whipped up an amazing Stranger Things poster that I got to get my hands on. And we're going to go talk to him, ask him some trivia questions, see what he knows about a few things. So here we go. I'm here with who I would call the only celebrity I know here, Mr. Tracey Tubera. Tracy, how we doing?
That's sad if I'm the only celebrity you know, because I'm not even a celebrity.
I caught you mid-burger. You're eating a burger here. You have some amazing things set up. You are an artist I follow on Instagram, and you also happen to be married to my boss on Nickelodeon's Crash Leads, Miss Teresa Tubera.
That's correct. She's also my boss.
Oh, I love it. That works out great. You're selling new enamel pins. I got some yesterday. Some Iron Man, some Incredible Hulk, and some Captain America. And you have some great Stranger Things prints that were hanging up, and the old Black Mama himself, MVP, hanging up right there. Batman versus Superman. Lots of cool stuff. And I urge people to follow Tracey Tubera, Tracytubera on Instagram to see all his cool stuff. What is this thing spinning around? Kind of describe that for people listening.
So it's my new resin piece where he is basically Darth Vader wearing some Jordans.
Oh, nice. So you mash up people's love of shoes with people's love of the Sith Lord Darth Vader.
Exactly. Take the good with the bad, or the bad with the bad. Just depends on how you categorize it.
It depends on how you do it. All right, so I'm going to give you two different topics, Tracy, and you tell me which one you want to do 3 questions on. Do you want to do 3 questions on Back to the Future or 3 questions on superhero movies?
Oh, my gosh. 2 topics I love a lot, and I like to think I know a lot about, but at the same time, I don't want to come off as being that moron that doesn't know anything.
It's a tough sell.
I'll go Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Let's see. If you get 2 out of 3, you're an ace. If you get all 3, you're the best. Here we go. Question number 1. How many coats of wax does George McFly want Biff to put on his car at the end of the first movie?
2 coats because he's worried that Biff screwed him on the first one.
That's exactly right. 2 coats of wax. Question number 2, true or false? Back to the Future was the top-grossing film of 1985. Is that true or false?
False.
It is true. It was the top movie of that year.
I thought it was a trick. I thought it came out. Okay.
And question number 3, who is Marvin's famous cousin? He calls on the phone to have him listen to Marty's sound.
Chuck.
Yep.
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry, that's right. You got 2 out of 3. Well done, sir. And where can people follow you one more time if they want to see your amazing art?
You can follow me at Tracey Tubera. That's on Instagram and Twitter. So it's TracyTubera. And my website is my name also, TracyTubera.com.
And Tracey does all kinds of amazing artwork for Fandango. You can check out all his awesome posters on his Instagram account. Tracey, thanks for taking a minute with me, and enjoy the rest of your burger.
Thank you, Ryan. Do you want a bite?
I'll take all of it. I am here with my new friend Nate Mitchell, who has some amazing Nintendo cartridge-inspired art. Nate, tell me a little bit about why you turned to the Nintendo cartridge to try and stand out.
I guess it's what I grew up with, and I love them. It's kind of like trying to bring life back into dead technology.
Of course, that's huge. Nostalgia is king at a place like DesignerCon 2016. What's your best piece and why?
Nintendo's probably my best seller because everybody grew up with Nintendo.
For sure. Everyone's going nuts for that NES Classic Edition that just came out. That's really hard to find. I have 3 Nintendo trivia questions for you. If you get 2 out of 3, I'm going to say you're a pro. If you get all 3, you're probably the most Nintendo inept person here. So here we go. This is question number 1. What is the name of the Mario suit that turns you into a statue in Mario 3?
A statue? I don't know that one.
You don't know that one? Remember, I think you press up and B or something, and he kind of freezes, and it's like an indestructible statue.
Yeah, I remember that, but I do not remember the name of it.
It was
Tanuki suit.
That was it. That's what I'm looking for. Tanuki suit. Well done, sir. Question number 2: what color onesie does Donkey Kong Jr. wear?
Oh, to me it's red. In my head, it's red.
The answer is white. It's a white one. White onesie like in Mario Kart and things. And question number 3, in Contra, what metal animal logo floats by, allowing you to shoot it for power-ups?
I'm guessing a wolf, but I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, pretty close. It's an eagle. It is an eagle, and that's what caused the power-up. You got 1 out of 3, but I think that's still pretty good. Where can people find you online?
SquidKidsInc.com.
I believe I follow you now that I saw Squid Kids Inc. right above you on a banner. What's something that you want to push that you'd love people to check out?
Mostly Nintendo, my squibs, stuff like that. Just all of it. Check out all of it.
Fantastic. Nate, thanks so much. Have a good rest of con.
Cool. You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye. I'm here over at booth 215 with my new friend, Durrell Odem. How you doing, Durrell?
All right, I'm doing good.
Why don't you tell people about what you do? I caught my eye because there are some amazing caricatures of some sports legends here, like old King James and the Black Mamba.
Yeah, I got the Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I got the King James. I got the L.A. Clippers. He's current player and legendary Paul Pierce himself.
Oh, my God. And what made you go, okay, I'm an artist, I like drawing, I'm going to turn to some of my favorite athletes?
It was also an opportunity for me to try to make some real money into this because, I work the full-time thing, but I also love basketball. I've been playing it since I was a teenager and also been a big fan of, Clippers, LeBron, Kobe, growing up.
Are you born and raised L.A.?
Yeah, L.A. area, born in Compton, childhood in Long Beach, and spent the last 15 so years in Riverside, California.
Fantastic. And you got a big old a box or I guess a canister of free licorice, those red vines. That gets people to stop. Some people love red vines. Some people love Twizzlers. You're a red vine guy.
Oh, yeah. I love Twizzlers too, but, that's like the most cheapest kinds I can get. People can grab free and stop by.
Very good. Durrell, big fan of licorice. Durrell, are you a big fan of pop culture as well as sports?
Yeah.
Music, television?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you the choice of 2 different topics, and you tell me which one you want to answer 3 questions on. Do you want to answer 3 questions about Stranger Things or 3 questions about Kevin Smith?
Kevin Smith.
All right, Durrell, someone's grabbing some licorice. There you go. That's what it's for. Kevin Smith questions. If you get 2 out of 3, I will not take the rest of your licorice. How's that, Durrell? All right, here we go. Question number 1, Kevin Smith. What is Jason Lee's character's name in the movie Mallrats? The main character in Mallrats, a great Kevin Smith movie from the 90s. What is Jason Lee, the main character's name in that movie?
Oh, man, I haven't seen that movie in a couple of years.
It starts with a B. Does that help?
All right, Bree, let's say Brian.
Oh, you're close. BR is correct. It's Brody. Brody was that main character. Question number 2. Who plays a cop? What comic legend plays a cop in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? He's a cop. He's on their tail the whole time, I believe. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He's a big comedic actor. Number 2.
Tracey Morgan?
No. It is an SNL guy. It is an SNL guy. You've known him from every major comedy from the last 15 years.
Ding.
Initials WF.
Oh, Will Ferrell.
It is Will Ferrell. And with the assist, I helped you out there a little bit. Here's number 3. What kind of place do the main characters work at in Clerks 2? So in Clerks 1, they work at a convenience store. Where do they work in Clerks 2?
Video store.
Well, there is a video store next to the convenience store, but the answer we're looking for, fast food joint. They work at a fast food joint called Moobies, I believe. Moobies. Durrell, I think you're better at sports. I should ask you some sports questions. But where can people find you online if they want to see some of your amazing NBA caricatures?
All right, you can find me at DurrellOdem.com. You can also find me on my Twitter handle, Instagram, and Facebook at Durrell Odem, all one word.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Durrell, and have a good rest of con.
Thank you very much.
I am here at booth 427 for Janky Toys with my new friend, Chris Ryder. Chris, we found out we work on the same show. You were an editor for Nickelodeon's Crashly. It's a show I'm a segment producer on. How did that happen?
It's a small world, I guess. It's pretty awesome that day job and side job collide here.
Oh, my God, this is the best. I am good friends with Casey O'Connor, who's a mutual friend of ours, and he said, you got to stop by and see Janky Toys. This guy makes amazing bootleg toys. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Oh, thanks, man. I do lots of different mashup-y, bootleggy things. The thing I'm best known for, the Severed Limbs series.
And why is the name Severed Limbs?
It's all of the dismemberments from Star Wars. So Darth Vader's hand, the Sarlacc pit's tentacle, the Wampa arm, the bottom half of Darth Maul. So it's a whole series of toys just based on the pieces that get chopped off or shot off in the Star Wars movies.
Oh, my God. What an amazing idea. Unique. It makes people stop. And now that I like, you told me that before, but now it's really sinking in exactly what you do. And those are the things that, I feel like stuff like this didn't exist until cons came around, right? Is that people do bootleg toys like in the 80s like this and stuff?
I don't even know. I'm sure there's some, but it really came about in the past, 10, 15 years.
It's like a whole art style now, which is a big part of DesignerCon. So that's really cool. A lot of bootleg toys here. I have 3 trivia questions for you, but I'm going to let you choose the topic. Do you want to do 3 questions on superhero movies or The Simpsons?
Oh, superhero movies.
Superhero movies. Let's see what he knows. Question number 1, Chris, who plays Red Skull in Captain America, The First Avenger?
Oh, man, what's his name? He's the dude from The Matrix, Agent Smith.
Oh, you're real red on this one.
I'm terrible with names. Quick, Google it.
The initials HW. Does that help?
No.
The answer, Hugo Weaving. That's the guy's name.
Right, okay.
He just looks evil sometimes.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. What is the subtitle of the Thor sequel?
This sequel or the sequel about to come up?
The last one.
The Dark World.
The Dark World. There he is, 1 for 3. And who are the main villains Batman faces in Batman Forever from 1995?
Batman Forever would be the Penguin. No, that's Batman Returns. Batman Forever would be the Riddler and... Oh, crap. Or is that one with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Hang on, I got to think through this. It's Batman Returns, Batman Forever.
He's really thinking it out.
This is embarrassing.
He pulled out a marker. He's drawing something.
I'm just drawing George Clooney's face over and over and over again. Okay, Batman Forever.
Kiss from a Rose is in there.
Okay, so it's Arnold Schwarzenegger as... Wait, Kiss from a Rose? Oh, no. God, this is worse. I should have chosen The Simpsons. This is horrible. All right, so...
Riddler and Two-Face.
Right. Oh, this is horrible.
Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones.
See, now if you'd done Severed Limbs from the Star Wars series, I would have kicked its butt.
Amazing. And people can find more about Severed Limbs and Janky Toys. And where would they find that at?
The best place is on the Instagram at Janky Toys. You can also go to jankytoys.storeenvy.com and look at the things that are usually not available to buy, but sometimes are.
Chris, amazing. I'm glad that we are now co-workers, and I'm going to definitely follow me some Janky Toys. Have a good rest of con.
Thanks, man. You too.
I am here at a booth covered in amazing apparel of the highest variety. I'm looking at stuff like Michael Myers, and he's stabbing, and right below it says Killing the Game. I'm looking at a Freddy that says Killing the Game, and a Chucky doll that says Killing the Game. Those are fun t-shirts. There's socks. There's all kinds of stuff. And I am sitting here with Ruben and Karina. Ruben, tell me a little bit about this booth that you're running.
Right here, it's just a clothing brand that we've been going for 8 years, and more or less my father's just been trying to get it off the ground from nothing. And he started off just doing screen printing for little schools and stuff like that, and then putting his money into his clothing brand. And 8 years later, here we are with a big old booth and having fun.
I love it. You're a designer. Is this your first year at DCon, or you've been here before?
This is our third time here.
Third time. All right, third time's the charm. I have some trivia questions for you and Karina. Is this your girlfriend? Yes. Awesome. And how long have you guys been together?
We have been together for a year.
Very good. Karina, what do you think about this guy's long hair?
I love it.
You love it. She loves putting her fingers through it just like a lady. All right, here we go. This is 3 questions. I'm going to give you a chance to answer. You get to pick the topic you want to do. So would you like to do 3 questions on Stranger Things or 3 questions on cats? Stranger Things or cats? Those are your 2 options. Cats? We're going with cats. Cat? Do you have a cat, Ruben?
I do not have a cat. I'm allergic to cats, but I love them.
Oh, very good. If you had a cat, what would the cat's name be, Ruben?
I think his name would be Stripes.
Stripes. Very good. Would this cat have the same Pringles can mustache that you have, Ruben?
No, his is going to be way better than mine.
I love it. This guy's taking an Improv 101 class. Here we go. This is cat trivia. 3 questions. If you get 2 out of 3, I'm going to say you guys are pretty good with cats. If you get 3 out of 3, you guys are pros. So here we go. Karina, you could jump in too if you know one and Ruben doesn't. Question number 1. What was the name of the gray cat who annoys Garfield?
The gray cat that...
You guys look young, so I'm guessing you probably maybe not the Garfield generation.
Haven't really watched Garfield, but I've watched the new Garfield, and I think they changed the name because the new one was Larry on the new one.
It's not Larry, but that sounds like a more interesting cat. Karina, any guesses? Starts with an N.
N? N?
It's a weird name. It's Nermal. Nermal. That was the name of the gray cat. Question number 2. Yusuf Islam is better known as who in the music world? Yusuf Islam is better known as who in the music world? Remember, the category is cats.
Does it have something to do with Cat Daddy?
No, but I like where your head's at. Cat Stevens. Cat Stevens, yeah, famous musician Cat Stevens. And who played Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises?
Dark Knight Rises, Catwoman. Wasn't that, wait, and Dark Knight Rises, that wasn't how you're not talking about Catwoman.
No. That was we don't talk about that Catwoman, Ruben. That one's a race.
It was a really horrible movie.
Yeah, that one came out the year you were born. And this new one, it's the 3rd Christopher Nolan one in the trilogy.
Oh wait, is that the one where they had Green Ivy too?
No, that's going even further back. You're all over the place. The answer, Anne Hathaway, Ruben. Anne Hathaway. She's in there. Karina, did you know that one now that I said it? Anne Hathaway? No, Karina's quiet. She does not like the microphone. Thank you guys so much. I am going to promote what you guys do, so why don't you tell people where you can find your dad's company online?
If you want to go, you can look at originalroughneck.com, and you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're on everywhere.
Fantastic. I'm going to maybe pick up one of these shirts at some point. Thanks so much, Ruben. Karina, have a good rest of your con.
I'll say I'll give you one right now.
Oh, fantastic. All right. I am here with an amazing background music soundtrack playing. It's really getting the party started. I hope you can hear it on the podcast. And I'm standing with my new friend, Juan Muniz, and Juan Muniz Art. How you doing, Juan?
I'm doing good.
I see a lot of cool pop culture stuff. You're wearing a lot of fun pins. You got Bartman and black spray painting there. You have a Garbage Pail Kid, I believe. Is that a Garbage Pail Kid? No, right next to Bart? Yeah. And then you have mini Chewbacca, Deadpool, lots of good stuff. So I thought you might know some trivia. I'm going to give you the choice of 2 different categories. You tell me what you want to do 3 questions on. Do you want to do 3 questions on The Simpsons or 3 questions on Marvel? Simpsons. Oh, before I even said Marvel, Juan is a Simpsons fan. So if you get 2 out of 3 of these questions, I'm going to say you're a pro. If you get 3, you're the smartest guy I ever met. You ready, Juan? Here we go. Question number 1. What is the name of the school bus driver on The Simpsons?
Otto.
Oh, he got it right away. Otto. Question number 2. What gross item does Bart say Milhouse puts on toast?
Damn it.
One of my favorite lines from the series. They're like, Milhouse doesn't know anything. Milhouse puts this on toast. What is it?
God. I don't know.
Vaseline. Milhouse puts Vaseline on toast. I always thought that was so gross.
Walking around today.
And, with that on it?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Question number 3. This is the last one. What does the train-themed Valentine say that Lisa gives to Ralph?
I choose you.
He got it. That's 2 out of 3. Juan, where can people find you online? And also describe a little bit about why your art's different than other people's.
My art is basically surrounds around a little bunny named Felipe. I kind of put him through hell, kind of like my own drama and stress. I put it through him. He kind of lives through me. You can always find my art on my website, which is JUANMUNIZART.com, or at Muniz Art on Instagram.
Amazing. And he's got a little bunny as Deadpool. He's got a bunny as Spider-Man and Finn from Adventure Time, or Fiona maybe from Adventure Time. Lots of fun stuff. Thanks so much, Juan, and have a good rest of your con.
Thank you.
This is just old Ryan walking around. Just a side note, I've asked several people to do little bits for the podcast, little questions and answers, and a lot of these artists want no part of it. They politely will sometimes just go, you know what, no, or they'll just be like, hey, I'm not the best on a microphone, and some people will straight up just be like, I hate podcasts. So I wanted to insert that as a fun little bit walking around here to let you know that, sometimes people are just artists and not so much talkers, which I 100% respect. I am at booth 914 at DesignerCon 2016 with my new friend Tony and his company Clay Next. Tony, tell me a little bit about what you do. I'm looking at some amazing clay figurines of very detailed proportions. Break it down. What is a clay figure and what goes into making it?
Hey, thanks for having me. So right now I have in shelf is a do-it-yourself art product called Chanimated, and it's a DIY resin base. And right now I have a showcase of what artists created based on the figure right here.
Oh, amazing. So you did not make these, but you create the product that allows people to make these.
Yes. And on my left side, I actually made all these handmade from myself, but hip-hop collection.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at some of my favorite rappers. I think I see Kanye there, old Tupac. Is that Lil Wayne with the red hat?
Yeah.
Very good. Who's your favorite rapper of all time and why?
Kanye? Yeah.
He went to my high school. Yeah, I'm from the south side of Chicago. He went to a high school called Polaris that became a district building and then molded into our high school, Allen B. Shepherd High School in Palos Heights, Illinois.
Wow, that's awesome.
In my older brother's yearbook, which is something I like to brag about for some reason. I'm going to ask you 3 trivia questions, all right? Here we go. I'm going to give you 2 topics, so you get a choice on these 2 topics. Let me pull out my little card. Do you want to answer 3 questions on sharks or 3 questions on Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp, sure.
All right, let's see what Tony knows about Johnny Depp. Question number 1. In what movie is Johnny Depp's character's dad a dentist?
Oh, man. I'm so bad at all these. Wish my girlfriend was here.
It's a movie that involves a sweet tooth, if that helps you.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's the one I was looking for. Question number 2. What movie was a big bomb? No one went and saw it, and it starred Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie in 2010. It was called The Something. The Something.
The Mist?
It was The Tourist. The Tourist. Yeah, nobody saw The Tourist. And question number 3, true or false, Depp is 53 years old. Is that true or false?
False.
It is actually 100% true.
Really?
He's 53.
He's older.
You thought he was younger?
Older.
Older than 53. Oh, I think he looks pretty good.
Well, he looked young, but I thought he was older.
Well, Tony, I cannot wait for the elderly little sculpted figure you make of Johnny Depp at the next con. Where can people find you online?
On Instagram, it's Claynext, CLAYNEXT.
Fantastic. Tony, have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm here at booth 1508 with Bob's Burgers director Tyree Dillihay. Tyree, how you doing? You looks like you're doing some art for a fan right now.
Oh, man, I feel terrible right now. No, I'm great.
You are a director on the show. What are some of your favorite episodes you've directed?
Questronauts, Topsy, They serve horses, don't they? Can't buy me math, especially. Yeah, I like these.
Do you have a favorite character on the show personally?
Linda.
Linda's the one for you. And do you have a favorite quote of Linda's or a favorite scenario that you got to direct Linda in?
All right.
Very good. Tyree, where can people find you on Instagram if they want to see some amazing stuff you post?
Sneds by Ree. SNEADSBYREE.
Awesome. Thanks, Tyree. Have a good rest of your con. I was just stopped by a beautiful lady, and she told me that she's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Why don't you tell me a little bit more?
Yeah, I've just applied to the Guinness Book of World Records 1 year ago, and they said, well, we think you made a record. We don't know what to do with you. You're not a race car driver. You're an artist. And the idea is that every day for 20 years, I drew on this big piece of paper, my calendar, the best thing that happened to me. So this is the month of October that you're looking at right now, and you can see it has Halloween and all the other days. And here is November, which is the month right now. And you can notice that November isn't finished yet because we are currently in the month of November.
Wow, so you've been doing this since what year?
Well, it's been like 20, it might even be 21 years, but it's definitely like 1995, 1996 when I went to college.
Oh my gosh, so every day since then you've done a little doodle, actually better than a doodle, I'd say, on what exactly the best thing that happened to you that day, and you have all that documented, and now there's a chance you might have the world record for most days documented in art.
Yes, it's pretty amazing. I kind of decided to be kind of girly and decide how to make my mark in the world. So I said to myself, what would I do if I were a girl? You know, the girl in me. And it was like, contact Guinness Book of World Records. And I did. I called them up and they took it to their meeting on Friday and they said, we've decided you have established a record. We don't know what to do with you. And a week ago, I contacted the corporate headquarters again, and I sent them an interview of me standing in front of their Hollywood store where I was interviewed by the manager of the store, and I was able to actually, say some important things like, it is, in fact, 7,300 drawings in a row.
Wow, that is really impressive. Is there somewhere people can see all these? Do you have these posted online? You take pictures of them?
Yes, I'm a low-tech artist, so what I do at the end of every month is I go to the Apple store, and I have the students that work at the Apple computer store photograph this with their smartphones, and then I ask them to put it on my Facebook. So you can see it. You can see about a year and a half now, and just type in my name, and I'll spell it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's S as in sailor, A, B as in baby, I-N-E, and then there's a last name, M as in Mickey Mouse, A-C-K-E-Y.
Very good.
And that would be on Facebook.
And your name's Sabine? Is that what it is?
Yes, it's actually pronounced Sabina, despite the fact that it has an E on the end.
Well, Sabina, thank you so much for stopping me and showing me this amazing art, and I hope everybody checks it out that's listening right now. Thanks, Sabina. I'm here with my friend Austin. He has a company called Rebel Art. Tell us a little bit why Rebel Art is the standout booth at DCon 2016.
Hey, so this is our second year, and it's been going great, and I think we just do well because I think my type of art resonates with the fans. We like to do mashup and parody, so we'll take something like Deadpool and one line from the movie where he pretends to be a T-Rex, we'll make it a design, or we'll take Steven Universe and Scott Pilgrim, and I'll give him a big old ice cream guitar, and it seems to really resonate with fans.
Fantastic. I'm going to ask you 3 questions about one topic, but I'm going to give you the choice of topics. Do you want to do 3 questions on Nintendo or 3 questions on superhero movies?
Superhero movies, because I don't want my gamer cred to be ruined.
Here we go with Austin and Rebel Art. Superhero movies question number 1. Who plays Red Skull in Captain America: The First Avenger?
Hugo Weaving is
correct. 100% correct, Austin. Well done. Number 2, what is the subtitle of the Thor sequel?
It's the Ragnarok movie, and
that's the new one coming out, but we're looking for number 2.
Oh, the Dark World.
The Dark World. You already got 2 out of 3. Let's see if you can get all 3. Who are the main villains in Batman Forever?
What's his name? Is it Mr. Freeze? No, that's Batman. Oh, that's not that one. Man, I sound dumb. Batman Forever.
They were collectible glasses at McDonald's back in the day.
Which is that? Michael Keaton?
No, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. Okay, then I don't know, because Val Kilmer is the one I didn't watch. I watched Michael Keaton. I watched, obviously, the Christian Bale ones, and I actually watched the George Clooney ones.
Oh, gotcha.
I did not watch the Val Kilmer ones.
It was Riddler, Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones, Two-Face.
Of course.
Well,
we just watched Batman Forever, and I couldn't tell him who the villains were in it.
The Riddler.
Well, you know what? She got it for you, so you can take as much candy as you want, Austin.
Nice. My wife knows it, so next time we'll just quiz her.
Very good. Awesome. Where can people find your art online?
If you go to rebelartdesign.com, it'll actually take you right to my Facebook page and show you all my art, my sales. We do lots of giveaways, stickers, T-shirts, and prints.
Oh, my God. And there's so many great things. We got Homer chasing a Duff bottle. We got Adventure Time. We got Star Wars, Mario, Doctor Who, everything you can imagine. Rebel art. Check it out. Here's my card. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for old Ryan Buds and Trivia with Buds at Designer Con 2016. This was my first event I got a press pass to, so now I really got to start applying to some other cons and fun events to talk to people and give them some fun pop culture trivia doses to their day. I had a blast, and I'm so glad I got to come. So thanks for everybody over at Designer Con for giving me that press pass and letting me do my thing. And thanks to all the artists I talked to. You'll see all their links to their work in the show notes and description for this episode. It's been a blast. This has been Ryan Buds in Pasadena, California at the Pasadena Convention Center. See you next time. There it is. A ton of fun stuff. Talking to artists and patrons at DesignerCon 2016. Thanks for listening to this episode. And if you like trivia, check out all of our other episodes that we've put out. We've put out 16 before this one. And the usual format of the show is not like this. Usually we have two friends going head to head in different topics that they're good at. So go back, check out some of the really fun combos of topics we did, like Seinfeld versus WWE, or Chicago White Sox versus Ghostbusters, or Tenacious D versus marine biology. Just a few of my favorite topics that we've done so far. So check those out and subscribe and rate and review this podcast. Let people know about it. Send it to a friend. Challenge a friend. Play along at home. That's always fun. People tell me when they do that, and I get psyched. This is the portion of the podcast that you can actually play at home and submit answers to me to get in a raffle to win something fun. I have some great stuff I got from Designer Con, so I am going to be giving away a Boba Fett sticker. That's right. It's a Boba Fett sticker. It's him wearing like a big helmet and a Kango hat. Kango, like the Sam Jackson type hat with the kangaroo on it. It's from Rufnek, Rufnek, and they are a clothing, sock, t-shirt, sticker company that I met at the Designer Con. We talked to the main guy's son. His son's name was Ruben, and he gave me an amazing Halloween t-shirt that says Killin the Game with Michael Myers stabbing on it. So check him out, Rufnek, Rufnek, and I will send you a Boba Fett sticker that he gave me if you get these questions right and you're pulled from a raffle of all the people that got them right. Now, you just have to email me, ryan@ryanbuds.com, the answers to these questions for this week's listener quiz. And if you get them all right, I'll put you in a raffle and pull one of those names to get the sticker. So here's your first question of the listener quiz. What time zone is Nevada in? Question number 1 of this week's listener quiz. What time zone is Nevada part of? Question number 2. What brand of cheese celebrated its 60th birthday in 1978? What brand of cheese celebrated its 60th birthday in 1978? And number 3, what is America's most eaten seafood? What is America's most eaten seafood? Send me the answers to those 3 questions to be eligible to win a Boba Fett Kanga hat sticker. And I would love for you to come see me this Saturday doing some Harry Potter trivia. I'll be in Harry Potter garb, and so will a lot of people there because it's an arts and crafts show. It'll be a ton of fun, and I would love to meet you and hang out. So if you listen to this podcast, come on out to the Harry Potter Geeky Teas arts and crafts show and play some trivia with me from 7 to 9 p.m. That's this Saturday, November 26th at 7 p.m. Totally free. And you can adopt a cat there. Drink some tea, adopt a cat, play some games. It's great. And I will be doing a very special edition of my backyard comedy show. It's an ugly sweater show / party at my house on Saturday, December 17th. If you live in the California SoCal area and you'd like to come to the show and check it out and see some amazing comedian friends of mine do great sets around the holidays, then come by and or send me a message and I'll send you all the details. And I would love to have any podcast listener in my yard. That's right. Anybody who listens to this show, I'd love for you to come over, hang out, have a beer, and have a laugh. So that's it for this week. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have safe travels and a great time with your family. Play some board games. Play some big potato games. Those are games you can only buy at Target. They're one of my sponsors, and they are awesome. Obama Llama is a great rhyming game to play with Aunt Helen. Come on, get Helen on that game. She'll love it. This has been another episode of the show, Trivia with Buds. Send it to a friend. Rate, review, subscribe, and we'll see you next week for another standard episode. I'll give you the quick preview before I get out of here. Next week's episode features some Christmas movie trivia and some, damn it, I forgot what the other thing was. But there will definitely be Christmas movie trivia on next week's episode with my good friend Lynn Hartwell. So enjoy that episode next week. Getting in time for the holidays. You're going to love some Christmas movie stuff. This has been Ryan Buds. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.